everyone, and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Tigers' return team will have that offense backed up. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Really be tested early in a game like this.
And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Morales. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Toss to the outside. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
The LSU Tigers offense will get the ball for the first time. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball. other side.
Oh, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes, better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking for a man. It's Morales. He's going up top. Catch inside the 25. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Got his man in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. LSU lining up 1st and goal. Calls his own number. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
They were trying to set up the screen. They were trying to take advantage of this pass rush, but man, that defender, he beat his guy so quickly, he just blew the play up.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. To throw, it's Morales. Makes his connection. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolled. They might put up a 50 burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They've got to figure something out.
This defense has been sliced and diced, and now facing another 1st and goal. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you can tell the quarterback breaks a little bit, and he starts moving and tries to throw a little bit across his body. And why is that dangerous? You're not accurate. You're not accurate with the football when you do that. You could tell it wasn't close to being a completion. He's got to do a better job setting his feet, making a clear, concise, good throw.
Now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched 72 yards, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the 1st down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that 1st down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we play 1 quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line in that game.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Avoids pressure.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sidelines. Not throw it anymore. I mean, my guys, they can't block for him. I got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
He gets it away from his own end zone. From midfield, looking for room. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again.
Lasso! Lasso! Reload!
Off the play fake. Got his man quickly. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Give to the running back.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Toss sweep to the right. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? You're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Texas A&M going quickly. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Line gets set, 1st down. Goes to the option. The pitch. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Morales. Unleashes one deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. The give to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. LSU trying to convert a 4th down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Pressure coming. Finds a crease at the 20. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the...
And they got him for the sack. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is...
And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. The 20. Touchdown LSU. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get 1 pick 6 in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Texas A&M will have to boot it away.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Tiger! And the pummeling has started. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Trying to find his man on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Looking to pass. It's Cantrell. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long. It's tough to know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They'll run play action. He's taking the shot. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
LSU, 59, Texas A&M.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Smashes through. At the 35, he's got room. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They'll give it to the back.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going up top. And he reels it in inside the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Aggies have this offense rolling. to the air on first down. Buys a little time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. A strike downfield. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grabs it in the middle. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They are still looking to put a dent in the scoreboard. It is 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And you'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. Never a doubt. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
LSU, 59, Texas A&M, 3.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off play action on first down. Might be looking to run. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll go to the ground. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Trying to get the first with the give to the wide receiver. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
3rd downs are huge. I got to have success on 3rd down. Sometimes I got to break out some plays that you haven't seen. Nice job getting the wide receiver the football. Hand him the football. Let him do some things.
He's going for it all. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They capped that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off big. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. Scanning the field, it's Cantrell. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. He'll come out throwing on first down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Got his man downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Wide open downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The new set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Cantrell. It's complete to the left.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They keep attacking through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Makes a catch at the 10. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Got it! And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Morales. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quickly complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Cantrell. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle, and they're able to get him on the ground. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. After that completion, move the sticks. It's 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. A little release to the back. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Lets it fly. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, and know they're going to get the victory.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side